have leveled up to 74. I'm hosting, unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever way you see it. Y'all love me. Y'all love me more than fame. We all know it. Let's get into the intros before we get into everything else. So I had to write them down. I write them down because I forget things. Short attention span. Let's who should we start with? Let's start with Halo to the King, Meek, our resident loot and shooting white bread king and Master Chief stunt double.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Glad to have you guys back. Yeah, let's get into these topics.
Now, a man who didn't get my intros last time because he was not here, Dallas, the man finally catching up on his backlog and stealing hearts out here like he's Kano. You're muted.
Instant L.
Why do I always do this to myself?
Oh,
I just can't never be cool. It don't matter what I do. I just can't never just pull the cool shit off. But it's cool to be here with y'all once again, man. I am ready. What's happening?
All right. Demi God Reviews, the man with the smoothest voice and funniest one-liners and slickest comebacks even Dante can't compete with.
What's going on, everybody? Glad to be here to talk about some games.
These are the people I work with. And last, but definitely not least, Fame, the man who puts up with all of our nonsense and can always be seen in his chanclatas and robe.
I can rock with that. I thought it was gonna be completely disrespectful, but I appreciate you, Hugger. You loyal. What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment from TiCNetwork.com. Thank you guys for rocking with us once again. For some reason, we keep letting Hugger be in charge of the show, but we're gonna see how it goes.
I don't know why they do it, y'all. I don't know why. So before we get into the show, this is a new setup. Things may look a little bit different. We're on Discord this time. We also have our own Discord server, so I don't know how we're going to add people.
We're going live. We're going live here, fellas. So we get some things together.
Yep, we'll get onto that eventually. But let's get into our first topic. And you know what? I'm feeling a little. Yes, let's do it. Demi, you want to bring in a topic for us? That's we want to talk about today. You said you want to introduce something for us?
I didn't say I want to introduce anything.
Or is it Meek?
yeah.
It was Meek.
Meek.
It was.
Yeah. Oh, about The Last of Us. Yeah. I wanted to talk
That ain't what we talking about, bro.
Oh, my
He's
bad.
been begging us for the longest. He's been begging us for the longest to let him talk about
Man,
General
I'm
Jousting
excited.
on
I'm
the show.
excited, damn
And
it.
now he don't want to talk about it.
He been talking about this character ending something. Like he been talking about it the whole time.
Snap.
Yeah.
It's your favorite
Oh
topic.
my God. We ain't doing this. No, that's somebody.
All right, we'll leave Meek alone for now, but let's talk about this MK11 Jax ending slavery. What? Because
I'm just saying, look. If you could go back in time and do whatever you want to do, I just know one thing. For one, anytime I hear a question about going back in time, I'm like, I'm good. I'm black. There's not a one-time period I can think of that I'm going to want to go back to. If my homie Jax could help me fix that, I'm all for it. And if you whining about it, you can catch these hands. I'm just saying. In all seriousness, I'm not mad. I'm not triggered. I'm just saying if you're mad about it, you deserve what comes to you. Like,
I think the most bogus part about all of this is that the people are like telling people how to feel, and like people are immediately screaming, "It's SJW trash, it's SJW filth." But be honest, for any black person here, if we had a chance to go back and do that, we would.
Facts.
You know it.
All the way facts. It's just another case where I think people try to use the term social justice warrior to as a fallback to protect their, whether it's racism, sexism, whatever the case may be, they use that term. They don't want anyone to be upset about something that affects them and don't affect themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I'm a man, and a woman says, "Oh, I want equal rights," I'm gonna say, "Oh, that's being social justice warrior." Like, no, like it don't affect me. Like, so why do I care? Like, people really mad about a video game character into slavery. You know why? Because they wanted slavery to exist.
those the same people get mad because Sonya get paid the same as Jax.
Ooh, hot button issue. Love it.
But I mean, shout out to NetherRealm, doing their thing. and I don't want to make this like a political thing because it's not. It is what it is. But I think at the end of the day, people just mad. People are mad not because it's a quote unquote social justice war, it's because they probably racist as hell. They probably hang
It's
out.
odd that you see that as a political issue. How is it like? How am I making this game political by having a character that ends slavery?
It's the same people that were mad that 21 Savage had the song when they announced the game, but it's the same people.
Yeah, same people. And then at the end of that, on the quote, these character endings be like a picture and some words and just hey, this happened at the end of this person's particular hypothetical ending.
It's the same people who was throwing.
It's not
metal
even canon.
over. It was the same people who was throwing metal over the first Mortal Kombat trailer, talking about this is how it's supposed to sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Don't get me
It's
wrong.
mad to be
I'm down.
mad.
I'm down for that Mortal Kombat song.
It's the same people who wanted Eminem to do the intro.
Yeah.
I'll be down for that too, though.
All right, hold
There's
on.
bigger things to be upset
We're not gonna do that to Eminem though.
Like I'll be down for that. Like
Talking in the Discord, MK11, you want to go to war? Nobody want to hear that, bro. Stop.
I'm down. Like I mean, if you want to rap about spaghetti at the beginning, I'm down for it.
Got the floorboards and the cameo and the MK11, and go to war and the floorboards and the Eminem cool, but bro, that's what people wanted, boy. They wanted some heavy metal music, but it's the same people mad about this, bro. People, you know, people don't.
I mean, what
Don't
else?
be mad.
What else does hip hop have in gaming that's actually a big part of the game?
To me, fighting games are like go with hip hop, like they go hand in hand, bro.
Yeah, we got Mortal Kombat and Toe Jam and Earl.
You
Like,
see
come on,
you see Street Fighter's been introducing a lot of hip hop in that past couple of games.
Def Jam, their fighting games, those were
Bro, give me another Def Jam, bro. Give me another Vendetta, bro.
And
Fight
please
for
make
New
it
York.
nothing like
You're
Icons.
not gonna get those games because the Aki engine was like the superb engine for that game. And
Let's do Def Jam Fight for Chicago, but everybody gonna have guns and be shooting each other, so I guess it wouldn't be much of a fighting game. It'd be an
Like,
FPS.
what are we
It'll be
playing,
a little
augmented
shooter.
reality?
It'd be an FPS.
Y'all Fight for Texas where y'all wear boots and
First off, you don't be disrespecting Texas,
Hey.
sir.
Hey, don't be mad because we got horses in the back.
I mean, y'all still wear big belt buckles and 10-gallon hats and click spoons together. It's all,
Yeah.
Hey man, I'd rather have a 10-gallon
They got the
hat than
Spurs, Demi.
getting my head taken off.
Texas has influenced very, very heavily everything that we know about modern hip hop, along with Atlanta. But Texas has been a real
y'all got
big
people still
influence.
sipping lean, bro. Y'all good.
Oh my god.
I'd rather be sipping lean and taking shots.
Next time you need a sleep aid, don't come down here.
Yeah, you're right, because I'm gonna have a snake in my boot.
You trash, bro. You trash.
What's that you said about his comebacks? Accurate.
Oh my god. It's like the burn. I can feel it from here in Canada.
Trash,
Y'all
bro.
is just so mean. But I think we all agree that Jax and slavery, cool. But Mortal Kombat's story hasn't made sense for years. And nobody really cares about
I mean,
the
who
story.
plays it for the story, right? I think there's people who want to be pissed.
Oh no, there's definitely people that play for the
I'm
story.
down.
Really?
I know I like lore. I
Yeah.
like everything but the revenants.
Listen, as much outrage as Street Fighter got for not having a story, people better be playing these fighting games for the story at this point, bro.
I'm saying.
But it's kind of like Call of Duty.
Another round.
It's kind of like Call of Duty, bro. People have proof that people wasn't finishing the Call of Duty story. I
only
just play
played it for the single
multiplayer.
player.
If you really want to be real about it, though, NetherRealm's last few games has the best story modes I ever seen in a fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Have you played Injustice 2
That
fighting
Injustice, that
story mode?
Injustice story mode was great.
Injustice.
Man,
I don't know. Just there's bigger things to be upset about than a fictional story set in a fictional world where a fictional character does something. Like, come on, y'all. We got
and then
bigger
it's a
things.
hypothetical.
No, the
part.
real outrage used to be how they made all them damn titties smaller. That's the real outrage. That's the thing you
Remember
should be
those
fighting
days?
for.
Yeah, I remember those days.
And
Sonya
yeah,
had no
Bro.
shirt on here, man.
Bro,
Titties.
up until Mortal Kombat 11, we had a reason to excuse Melina's face.
Yeah. And then they took off that mask.
Don't bring up Melina, man. I'm hurt, man.
Not only in Mortal Kombat did they, we had a reason to not look at her, but then they put lips on the teeth part, it's like, ooh, what you do to her?
Hey,
Like,
they did my
ooh,
girl so dirty, man. They ain't
they
bring her
did her
back, man.
so dirty.
I'm saying if you didn't put a shirt on Johnny Cage, I don't want to see pants on Katana.
Shout out to the one thumbs
I'm
down that's mad at us talking about Jack's Indian slavery. We appreciate you.
That was that wasn't me, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Shout out to Meek.
I'm so
I knew that was coming next.
We love you.
Don't beat me
Meek,
on me.
you and this podcast is this is how we feel every day in life, bro. Just
Yeah, I'm the punching bag, the social
welcome
justice
to the
warriors.
family.
That's what I would never call you, a social justice warrior, because
I
mean-
actually, you know, the funny thing is, I just learned what that meant. I was like, I see this all the time. What does that even mean? So I was
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me
Nobody
you got
knows what it
the
means.
Captain
So
America
I can-
shield and the Master Chief. I mean, you about that freedom in USA. That's-
right.
anyway,
Shout out to the
That's
chat.
cool.
What up, Chief?
yeah, chat, how you guys doing?
That's cool because anybody about freedom wants to end slavery.
Facts. That's where I was
Thanks.
going. That's where I was going, bro.
No, you started laughing. I know what you were going for.
I laughed at your response.
I was with you until you started laughing. I was like, all right, hidden meaning. Okay, you got an
no,
agenda right now.
No, I'm not. It's on my hidden agenda, but
Hidden agenda, man.
We love you. But I think
we
we
playing
can
Borderlands together, bro. So good, bro.
we can all agree that Mortal Kombat has much bigger issues than this one thing people are getting outraged.
Fact.
Yeah, that
They're-
servers are terrible.
And their microtransactions that they sneakily shut off and then shut off for reviewers, which, you know, a lot of game developers, that's how they're doing it. That's how Red Dead Redemption got the scores they did, and then they turned on the store. They'll turn on the store. It's just like and I watched somebody break it down. Young Ye did a great video about it. There's 5 things that everybody wants in a loot box, but then they stuff it with like 10 other things, and the loot boxes are so expensive. And then Dallas on our Discord posted a video of them selling loot boxes, and I'm like, this is too much of an untarnished franchise for you to be lying about that. I was like, since Mortal Kombat 9, you've had the Crypt, which is loot boxes. What are you guys talking about? And then we've seen some of their microtransactions and the grind wall that's come out for this, and it's kind of scummy from a company that I was just like, you guys are all right, you know? You guys are doing your thing. What's y'all's opinion on this?
I don't even really blame NetherRealm. I feel like look at WB, look at the bigger company.
Mhm.
Unless I have a reason not to. I mean, because at the end of the day, there probably was not supposed to be microtransactions in the way that it is. And if they were, they probably weren't supposed to be so. What's the word I'm looking for? You probably weren't supposed to get hit in the face with a brick wall. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, my big issue is the grind wall.
Because at the end of the day, there's really no big difference between the towers in Mortal Kombat and like the multiverse and Injustice 2. It's pretty much the same. But imagine if, in order to get through the harder planets on the multiverse in Injustice 2, you had to pay some money or like frustrate yourself to no end.
Exactly. What's y'all's thoughts?
I'm gonna be real, man. I anything that's not giving a competitive advantage, I don't care about. If it gives a competitive advantage online, then it's a problem. If not, if you just using it to get through a story faster or using it for cosmetics or endings, I could care less if I'm being honest. If it doesn't give a competitive advantage, it doesn't really matter, in my opinion.
Here's the thing though, if cosmetics are advertised as a big feature in your game, if that's one of the reasons I bought it, I probably don't want to spend a whole lot more. Yeah, I might spend a little here and there. Here you go, you can have it. But I'm just not trying to be forced to do it.
Yeah, 100%.
Look
Can
at
you
Overwatch.
earn them
You
in
can-
game?
yeah.
Like, can you earn like the coins to open the loot boxes, or do you have to pay for them?
Here's the problem. The loot boxes at first, they had a certain amount you earned, but then they started to cut it back. So that's why the grind wall is such a big problem for me, because it's such a big grind that you have to do just to start affording basic stuff. Like some of the highest towers you can't even do without rare or epic gear. So it's like, why you skew it like this? I understand it, but like, why?
I'm telling you, I felt this way for a long time now. I just feel like these companies seem to not be able to survive without some type of way of, monetizing the game after you've bought it. It seems I don't know if we're leaning towards games being $70 US soon, or 80 Canadian, because it's already 70 Canadian right now, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
70 to 80 depends on the version.
I don't know if that's the cure, but you rarely see games that don't have some type of way for them to monetize the
Unless
game
they're
after
like
you
indie
bought it.
games. That's
Yeah.
why I enjoy indie games so much, because it feels like a step back from what we're so used to. Monetization, season passes, DLC, stuff like that, and you just get like good games.
I feel like
Yo,
whatever the price, they'll still ease those extra transactions in there. They'll still ease those extra cash grabs in there. They'll make sure they'll kind of do little things here and there. Here, pay for this one item. Hey, you want this extra other little thing? Just the grind wall, like you said. They'll make it a little harder to get what you want, no matter how much you end up paying, because there's no such thing as too much.
hey Hugger in the chat, we got a question from Native. Do online matches reward more currency to purchase loot crates?
They probably do online reward a little bit more, but not enough to make a huge difference. And I don't know if it's like what's that game?
You get
Jump
500, 600 gold coins a match.
Yeah. Well, there's some games if you don't win, you don't get anything. I think Jump Force is one of those. I might
And
be wrong about that.
and even when you lose, you get 200 gold.
Yeah. So it's like it's a grind no matter which way. And if you're going for, like I said, there's 5 things everybody wants in loot boxes: fatalities, brutalities, skins, combinations, and like something else. But they stuff it with 10 other things. So you could open 10 loot boxes to get something to complete a tower or compete online, but you might not get it in those 10 loot boxes, and then you've spent hundreds of thousands of coins. Or you could, spend a few bucks and get exactly what you want. It's geared towards I don't want to grind, and I miss the days of grinding, personally.
I don't
So
mind the grind, just don't go overboard with it.
so to add on what you're saying, it's actually fairly easy to unlock coins in Mortal Kombat. Doing just the tutorials and the sub tutorials give you like 1,000 coins per tutorial. So like when I was doing it, because I wasn't finished with the tutorials yet, I was at like 38,000. And I did like 2 to 3 online matches before I came to work, and it was like each win I had was like 500, and like the losses I took, they still gave me like 200 gold coins. So I wouldn't say the grind is like hard, but it definitely they definitely reward you in this game.
But does that offset the amount of loot boxes you have to open to start getting what you need?
I haven't opened any loot boxes yet. So when I do, I'll come back to this scenario and be like, okay, well, I've been opening loot boxes all this time and I haven't gotten anything. But so far, they do reward you.
In the chat, my man Chief say, first he says, fun fact, social justice warrior was a positive thing until social media took over. Big facts. Big facts. That was a positive term.
There's a in the division right now, they have they had an apparel event going on where it's like a 2-week long thing where if you earn enough credits or something like that, you can open apparel caches, and they have like exclusive items that you could get for that like apparel week or weekend that they have going on. What they do is you can either buy them or you can use actually no, these ones actually you had to buy, I believe. But you could do things in game to get keys to unlock them, and they didn't have any duplicate. So basically, there was a set amount. There was like 20 apparel items or something, and every time you opened one, it was always something different than the ones you got before.
Just like the events in the first division where you could play to unlock the masks.
Yeah. So I feel like if you can earn them, and like there's such a fine line between people like complaining about grinding because like, oh, I don't have enough time to do it, but then there's like the ones that like almost force you to like are really like predatory about their loot boxes, where you almost feel like you have to because you're getting punished if you don't.
You don't want to grind. You don't want to grind like you're playing a free to play game. Like most free to play games, you have to grind. Otherwise,
like
you paying money.
When you start feeling like it's like mobile game territory, where you're like, oh, $5 you can continue.
Yeah.
Like, we always make a joke like we're gonna be playing FPS games 20 years from now that it's like, oh, you railroad out of $5 and you can get more ammo. Like
Yeah, I don't want
So
to grind like it's a gotcha game. If anything,
yeah, like I just want to So I mean, there's some loot box like microtransactions that I really don't mind. Like for me, like apparel items and like skins, they always get me every time. I guess
Yeah.
I'll drop like 20-30 bucks sometimes, but the ones that you feel like you almost have to, I don't like them. They're just not really
Yeah.
I don't think I've
you just can't
ever
attract me on that.
paid for skins in any game ever.
Oh,
Honestly,
League of Legends got me hard, man. Oh, it was bad.
you
I don't
drop a
even want
check
to tell.
on them.
I don't even want to say how many I spent in Halo 5 and Gears 4.
See, like I can in Overwatch, I think I paid maybe once for during an event for boxes. I can get behind cosmetics, the gameplay changing, like Fame said, not for it. Don't want it. Get it
Yeah.
out. Because somebody's going to spend that $1,000 or more to get those boxes while I'm sitting here grinding. Don't want to do it.
And it sure don't bother me, in single player games. It's whatever.
Yeah,
I don't care about if you can pay something to get yourself to the very end in a single player game. That's fine. As long as
yeah, because it
micro
only affects your experience.
exactly. As long as you don't affect no one else's experience, I don't care if it's a loot box. I don't care if it's a microtransaction. And the worst part about this, bro, is people complain about microtransactions and loot boxes, but they are some of the developers that cool with it because they're going out and buying the shit. Like, if people would stop buying it, they would stop doing it. Yeah, you might have a little less content, but they would stop doing it if you stop buying it. They wouldn't waste their time developing different skins. But the fact that people are playing, Fortnite and spending $200-300, a month on microtransactions, of course they're gonna keep doing it. Why wouldn't they? I would.
And
I mean,
you
to
can
be
kind
fair,
of give it to them because Fortnite is freaking free.
I mean,
I'm not
to
trying
be
to.
fair, that's how they make their money. Not to cut you off, but that's how Fortnite does.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Not
but
giving them a pass,
if
but
I have to
yeah.
pay for the initial game, I don't want to be forced to pay for anything else. If it's an option, cool. I might like your game so much I want to support you. Whatever. You might have something so dope in there that I feel like I have to have it. Whatever. But I don't want to pay for the game and then feel like I have to pay for more things.
Yo, native in the chat, you say hashtag I'm part of the problem. What's the most you spend on the game, bro? Like, I need to know. Because y'all think y'all wilding out here.
Plus, a lot of people don't know this, but if you actually pay for Fortnite Save the World, it gives you V-Bucks toward Fortnite. So a lot of people tend to not like play
Is that
Save
mode?
the World.
Is the original Fortnite mode even playable? People play that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never
Stop
seen
making
no
it.
one play that, bro.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. It's actually hella unique too, but it didn't get that love.
Is that part still free? 'Cause I know at one point you had to like pay like a founders pack for that portion of the game, and then they said it would be free eventually. I don't know if it still is or not.
Nah, it ain't for real.
No.
They can make a lot of money off of that though. They could turn that into something like big. Like somebody had a suggestion of make it kind of like a big RPG game or something like that. But they're so focused on that battle royale, it ain't never gonna happen.
Two things. Somebody made a point about Warner Brother with the was it Shadow of War? You had to like pay to get like the real ending of the game or something like that. That's grimy as hell. Like, I can't get behind that.
Well, you don't.
you didn't
No,
have
it doesn't. It doesn't necessarily work like that. Basically, the way the ending worked was, you have to once you beat the game, sort of, in order to get the true ending, you have to do like things, and people are saying that it's kind of like predatory. You have to have a strong to be able to go through like this constant wave of enemies over and over again. And when you buy them, you get like extremely high-end orcs and perks and upgrades and bonuses and buffs and stuff like that. So I didn't go for it because it just doesn't really seem like something I wanted to do. But I don't know. It still was scummy though. It still was definitely scummy.
Yep, my man Native said he spent $300 in Gears 4 loot boxes. And my man Respect the Logo said the most I spent was an extra $50 in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. $300?
You know what game people don't talk about enough that did some predatory things? Dead Rising 4. You couldn't get the true ending unless you played the overclock mode or something like that.
That's because nobody played Dead Rising 4.
Yeah, I was like
nah, but they hid it behind like a $20 DLC, and like for you to get the true ending to see what happens to Frank, you had to pay for that.
Yeah, I forgot about
it all
that.
over again.
Bro, I hope that whole series died, bro. Dead Rising
You
needs
made me
to
play
die.
this whole game.
Well,
I
the
spent money for
studios
this
that
whole
made
game.
it
I
are
don't even
closed
get to know
down
what
now.
happens.
Are they? Was it
Yeah.
Vancouver?
Capcom.
Yeah, Capcom Vancouver. They're shut down.
And
Yeah,
that's why when that stupid. First off, we all know leaks. Most leaks are around the time are fake, right? But that one leak that came out about Xbox E3 and it said Dead Rising 5. It's like stop,
Just let
stop
it
it.
die.
It needs to
Now
die,
I say
bro.
with Capcom with the way they're running right now, I can see that series getting rebooted to something
With the
different.
way they are now, definitely, because they are putting out some good stuff. But
Dead Rising
A
4 was
reboot,
trash.
maybe.
Dead
But as it
Rising 4
was, that
terrible.
story needed to
They
be.
did Frank so dirty, man.
so dirty,
And
man.
they took out the boss fights. Like,
The timers, they took everything that made those games unique.
I really like Dead Rising 3 was actually my first one. I really like Dead Rising 3.
I hate any game to tell me over and over again, you got 6 minutes to save these hostages. Like, no, bruh. Stop. That's
Now,
I
annoying.
don't want every mission to be time.
let's
I
go
hate time
back.
missions in games, period. Time missions and underwater levels. I hate them shits.
Underwater levels are the worst.
Yeah.
Oh no.
In every game ever.
Ever. Let's go back to the microtransactions, but also take a shift. We're talking about price points, and Chiefs brought up 59 or $60 has been a price point for years. He doesn't mind a few extra microtransactions, but $2 for a red site. Would you guys be willing? Because I do this for Assassin's Creed. I bought the $200 Origins edition, but I got the statue. I got the free DLC for the life of the game. I got all this. Would you guys be willing to have more things like that, where it's you buy everything and it's completely free after that? Well, you bought it, it's not free, whatever. But would you be more into that, or these games where they trickle it out and then you get a year pass, and that year pass is $60 or $70, or like Destiny, it's $40, $45? What would you guys like? Big
You know,
group or small trickled?
well, if I really had to choose, I would choose like even though I guess it's a bad example that both of the games didn't score well, like Anthem and Sea of Thieves, where the DLC is free moving forward. That if I had to choose anything, I'll choose that. But if I had to choose between paying more or getting nickel and dimed, I would definitely choose paying more. And I apologize. There we go. Everyone's back on there. If I had to choose between paying more off the top to not get nickel down later, I definitely choose that.
Yeah.
Definitely choose paying
Me
more.
personally, I like getting, like, depends on the game. I like to get statues and stuff like that. So I guess it kind of depends on what the game is. But if it's a game that I'm kind of excited for, then I would probably do what Fame.
I guess that's where you fall if you like the series.
Yeah.
I'm cool with both if done correctly because I think collector's editions are dope. I think
Yeah.
having a box with like a statue and like some little extra little knickknack something within the game, I think that's cool. It gives you something to display in the house, in the room, whatever. And at the same time, I think if you want to keep supporting the game afterwards, especially for people who are there for the long run, keep dropping extra characters, keep dropping extra items. I'll pick those up. I'll buy those. I've only ever bought a season pass to one game. That was Injustice 2. Just because I knew for a fact I was going every character that came out, no matter what.
Yeah.
And even when I put the game down, I kept going back. Like, there's no way I'm not about to get to play with the turtles. Like, I'm down.
I only bought the collector's edition for one game, and that was Yakuza 6. Bought one of the shot glasses.
Yeah, that was worth it. Some collector's editions are just worth it, and some
that
aren't.
was hella worth it. And I wanted to get the collector's edition for Final Fantasy 16, but it was so pricey. I was like, no.
It was.
Yeah, I know what I do. I don't always buy. Like, I rarely buy collector's edition, but sometimes I go out for certain games and I get like the action figures or figurines. One of the last ones I bought was JD from Gears 4, and
Nice.
my daughter took his gun down, so I don't know where his gun is. I gotta find it. But I'm really hoping they do one for Kate, since Kate will be the main character, and it's not bad, bad little thing. But I hope they do one for Kate, because I'll definitely get one for Kate. But I'll definitely go out and I'll find these, but I don't really buy very many collector's editions. I prefer stuff like this. And for the people in the chat, if y'all think Nightbot is like super aggressive, I apologize. What you're seeing, if you're watching on screen, is because we're live on Twitter, we're live on 2 different YouTube channels, and both of those channels have a Nightbot set up, so he just looks hella aggressive on the screen.
Puppy. So it's just condensing it. We're still. You guys remember well, probably nobody remembers because it was kind of a crap game. Metal Gear Survive, the $5 for the extra save slot. Now
Like
that's
that.
scummy
Oh, that game
microtransaction.
sucked anyway.
Now, a game that I
What game
haven't.
was it?
My bad.
Huh?
We all got tied
No,
up at
I'm
one
sorry.
time.
Yeah, you said Metal Gear. Which one? Oh, Survive.
Survive, yeah.
Yeah, I
Five
bought that.
dollars.
That game was
Save
poop.
an extra.
Now, my man Chief said I love some steel cases. The newest steel case I bought, it's been a while, and it's for a game I haven't even played yet because I haven't finished the first one, was this Joker right here. This is a pretty,
Man,
that's
Ooh,
a pretty steel case
that's
for, yeah.
ah,
man.
I rock with steel cases, but even if I ain't played the game yet, if the steel case
Yeah, I
is
got
nice,
yeah.
I'll rock with
Mhm.
it. I'll definitely
I
rock
got the
with it.
Yakuza 6 steel case with the collectors. That joint is
I need to get that one.
I think the
I don't
last
like the game.
steel case that I got the last steel case I got was the Spider-Man one, but I gave that away. The last. Oh my god.
Puppy.
Yo, if Judgment has a steel case or dope ass collector's edition, it's getting bought.
Yeah.
Another dope steel case was Persona 5. There's clean tail.
Yep.
The
Kingdom
last
Hearts 3
one
had
that
a
I
great
actually
steel
got that I
case.
kept was Halo 2. So
You know, in my mind, that dog is hitting Meekins and who are all these black people Meekins? Who are all
Yeah,
these?
I think my favorite steel case, and I don't know why, because I don't like the game, is Assassin's Creed 3. Like,
Nice.
it's
You know
nice.
what?
Don't like the game at all. though.
Oh yeah, that game was
I
poop
liked
chips.
Assassin's Creed 3 when it came out.
I
That
didn't
game was
It
like
poop
didn't
chips.
fit, but I liked
Revelation.
it when it
I
came
didn't
out.
like that.
Like
They came out with a character that was very unlikable following Ezio. It's like, ooh, that's
Yeah.
That's why he was
follow
unlikable
up.
though, because he followed Ezio.
Nah, because then the character that came out after Connor was like really great. Edward was
Yeah.
Crackdown
was really
3
good.
was not a very exciting game, but I want that steel case just because it looks dope.
you can have that. We don't do that here.
You got it. Let me have it.
We don't do that here. You can have it.
Okay, let me find one then. I'm gonna grab it.
We don't do that here in the Kingdom of Wakanda, bro. I'm sorry.
My man Nate says we gamers don't speak of Metal Gear Survive, so
Absolutely.
Nobody
You
does.
goddamn right.
So there's it's coming out soon. A very, small game that I think that we've been waiting 7 years for, 6 years for. It's a little, I don't know, you ride on your motorcycle.
oh,
Days
little
Gone?
game.
Little game, just a small,
Oh,
tiny
we
game.
getting downhill domination with motorbikes? About time.
No joke. I would love downhill domination. Anyway, first of all, let's get into the first topic we have on our little thing. Days Gone bugs. What's going on in that realm? What's happening?
I'm not gonna lie. Like when I got to play Days Gone, right? Me and Dallas got to play Days Gone. We got some time with it, and of course, I'm sure we got to play what they wanted us to play in terms of they know this part is like super polished. When I see videos of people like with bugs and stuff, part of me thinks, okay, it's probably a pre-build or it's pre-patch. Then we hear people saying, oh, it's post-patch. Then I'm getting people hitting me up who's playing the game in DM saying, hey, the game is alright, but it do got issues, and I tend to believe them more because it's people that I trust. So, hey, this game got some issues, like watch out. So, I'm still looking forward to the game. I may not pick it up day one anymore. I think I need to see more. Like I need Demi to go stream it. Let me watch Demi stream it. I can get a better idea if it's gonna be $39.99 in 2 weeks. Cause it's not. I feel like by Anthem. Like I was bad about Anthem for $60 because in 3 weeks it already had a price reduction. And this is why I kind of wish like games like this were like on PCs. I know I can go to CD Keys or something and get it for like hella cheaper. I'm trying to get out of this mode where I gotta get everything day one and pay $60.
Bruh, I'm still in that mode.
Dude behind me.
You know what though? With the Days Gone thing, it kind of raises an interesting question. How much difference do you think that day one patch makes on games?
A big difference, probably, because the same day one patch that happened for at least a decent difference.
They said it's big.
Okay.
Wasn't it like 24 gigs?
20 gigs, yeah. So can the game come out first before we start? Like, of course, if you playing this game before it comes out, it's gonna be a little different than it will be a little while after.
But here's the thing, though: the people who are playing it now already got that patch. It's not like the patch releases on there; it comes out. Like you put it in there, that patch gonna update the game. And I got people who playing the game post patch or saying it has some issues.
You know what those big, especially those big massive patches are, is it's the rest of the game. Half of the game is on the disc and half is in the patch. So when, or even more than that if it's a bigger update. So when you put the disc in, it kind of like unlocks it, and then the rest of the game downloads. But the full game is not on the disc half the time.
Hey, I'm gonna
That's why
just be
you see those
honest.
30 gig patches, and it's like, why is it 30 gigs?
Mhm.
This is the game.
I'm gonna just be honest. The things I've seen from Days Gone so far have been hilarious. Who was on Twitter put up the bomb video? That was comedy. That him
I ain't
posting
seen that.
bombs everywhere.
Oh yeah, they're just like flying to different spaces, like he wasn't even touching them. That was funny.
Comedy. And like him not having like a cold meter like when it snows. I was like, oh, okay.
Yo,
I'll let that one slide.
what got me was dude on the motorcycle flew through some concrete barriers right through him.
Oh.
Flew into a house. Half of his motorcycle went inside the building. Dude didn't move, and then all the textures, like the whole building, just completely changed while dude is just standing still. I'm like,
Some
yo,
PUBG textures.
like yo, this game got some issues, bro. And be honest,
One thing that kind of like it's I mean I guess it's kind of nitpicking. It's when they were showing off like how the snow kind of gathers up over time, but you notice none of the snow gathered on Deacon or his bike or anything like that, and he didn't react to the cold whatsoever.
Cause he a G.
It just I guess maybe because like games like Uncharted, it does have stuff like that. It kind of spoiled me, I guess. And like there was another one where he was going to put down, I guess their mines or something like that, and he'd go like this, and then like they'd like teleport like 5 feet on the ground.
Yeah. I think we can all agree that it's gonna have issues. Is it gonna be worth sticking through? That's up for somebody to decide.
I'll be streaming and reviewing it, so I'm gonna get in. I know people like it's about like I'll be the sacrificial lamb for you guys.
I want to do a quick shout out really fast.
I appreciate you because you do that sometimes.
Really fast. I'm gonna do a quick shout out. We got one of the original 2XP host in the chat right now, and it's a good moment. Nick, what you got to say, bro? One of the best reaction channels on YouTube right now, in the chat right now. The king of indies is blessing us right now. What up, Nick? We appreciate you coming through, man. One of the original, the guy I started this podcast with from the beginning, man. Good to see you in the chat, brother. And Kev too. What up, bro?
What up, Kev?
What's happening?
I think Kev can agree with this. Fame, now that you are a PC gamer or getting PC gaming.
My legs!
That's why you only see him from like neck up, guys.
My
No
legs.
We call him Stumpy on the side. You're gonna get some good sales that are gonna make buying day one not worth it. Like go Humble Bundle. I always get my games. Well, I try to get my games from Humble Bundle because they give some to charity.
Kev put me on Fanatical. Is it Fanatical? Kev put me on there, and I've been on it like almost every other day.
Yeah, you're gonna see so many sales that'll be like, oh, buying day one isn't worth it anymore, and that's for anybody. Yeah, we're good. Also, what do you guys? We know Days Gone's got some bugs. What do you think its score is gonna be? All said and done.
I'm thinking like lower 80s, maybe even high 70s.
Absolutely, I see it float around the 80 something mark. Where is that?
95. I don't think that's what happened. 95. Oh.
I said this earlier though. I feel like no matter what you thought of Days Gone beforehand, just from my own experience anyway, whatever you thought about it, you'll probably be pleasantly surprised either way it goes. You'll probably like it a little more than you thought you would. Because I wrote it off. I thought I wouldn't like it much.
I think a lot of the problems might be some technical problems, but I think it's going to have a really good story. I think that's going to be the thing that people are going to be talking about.
Is that enough to save a game nowadays, though? Because there's people out there that don't give a crap about the story.
Well, me personally, Mafia had some very generic gameplay, but I love Mafia's story. Mafia 3.
You know
With
what?
a black antagonist, by the way.
We on we on two ends of the fence on that because I thought the story was so dope so far, but to this day, and I bought it day one, mind you, and I still have not finished the game because the gameplay itself just got so repetitive that I
It didn't really bother me that much. even though it was kind of the same thing, just slightly different. It didn't really bother me that much. I was really invested in that
I'm not
story.
gonna lie, I ran in with the blick on the KKK. That made the game for me. Mafia 3 wasn't great, but that just brutalizing everybody like that.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm not gonna lie, I bought it
I
for
love
one reason and one reason only. Check
It's Lincoln
the
is-
title of our video if you want to know what that reason is.
Stop.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't play Mafia 1 and 2. My cousin is really, really into the Mafia games, and I'm just kind of not.
They're good.
They
The
had me in the
Mafia
first
games
try.
was great though. The first two were great. Like they were really good. That's going into 3. I was kind of like, oh man, this is not great at all.
I feel like I'm in the minority on that one. I really enjoyed it 3.
I enjoyed it, but it got so repetitive.
Yeah. That's we're not saying we didn't enjoy it and that it wasn't good. It's just for us. For me, it wasn't what it set out to be, what it said it was going to be. So it's just like, oh, if I want to do busy work, I'll play Wildlands. That's a lot of busy work.
But I did enjoy the music a lot, like a whole lot.
The music
One of my
was
favorite
so
things to do was
good.
run around and find the albums because I was down.
It was like the music for me was like going back into like San Andreas or Vice City, where you would sit in the car an extra like 30 seconds during the mission to hear the song, and you're like, oh yeah, that's that good stuff right there. Speaking of GTA 6 rumors, it could be set in Miami or New York with a female
I
lead.
really hope it's in Miami, man. I loved Vice City.
Vice City was so good. I think they'll go back to Miami. I hope they do.
Just like just thinking about like seeing like the Miami nightlife on like, you know, like current generation, especially with how like me personally, I think Red Dead, honestly, it exceeded my expectations that were already high. Like I feel like Red Dead is honestly one of it's in a league of its own visual wise because it's such an open world game. It honestly it looks like a next generation game to me. So me imagining that and like with a Miami setting, I am very all for it.
Yeah, I haven't played Red Dead yet because I'm waiting for it on PC, and I'm gonna wait for GTA. No, I want to play it on PC. That's just how I want to play it, and with mods eventually and stuff. It's just like, okay, if we going back to Miami, I'm for it because Vice City was bumping, man.
Hey Nick, you say you miss antagonize us. I don't think you can handle Hugger, bro. Hugger a whole different breed, bro. I can't stand her goddamn ass, but I love her.
Yeah, I feel like you made us stronger specifically to deal with her and didn't even know.
Facts. I think Nick prepared us for Hugger, bro. He had to.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, what's up, y'all? You ready for me? GT roleplay was fire. If it's Jesus,
Come
if
on,
it's
girl,
in
you can do it.
Miami, the roleplay is gonna be so good. I don't know if y'all, well, you probably not. Get into GTA 5 roleplay. It's so good.
I watch a lot of streamers
Man.
stream the RP the servers.
It's
Yeah,
so
it looks
good.
interesting.
Oh, so good.
You know what though? If that becomes a thing and it does go to Miami, I might get it just to roleplay as Kodak Black.
Enough of the East. We've had
Stop
Miami.
it.
We've had a Miami. Take it to the South or the Midwest.
I'm down with that too though.
Yeah. I just want a new GTA, but don't rush it. And don't give the 100 hours a week and think that's a good thing. No. Don't do the crunch. The crunch we don't need the crunch. That takes a toll on people.
To be fair, that crunch definitely paid off for him now.
True. But when you see videos from studios, inside videos of people sitting there crying at their desks and contemplating offing themselves, yeah, the crunch really isn't worth it.
Yeah.
Yo, Crunk Girl, right? San Andreas still a goat because it's Grove Street, bitch.
You goddamn right.
San Andreas is
shit,
dope.
here we go again.
Love that game, bro. And then if you had it pre-patch or before they patch the game on this one, you can get like hot coffee.
Of course. For that one.
It's always the old man being crazy. That's crazy.
Stop, bro.
Look
Say it's
at
the dude. Say it's the dude who said he want a dick plushie that say pipe god. That was
See,
you.
man,
Whoa. Say, I'm about to kick Kev out of chat talking about near automata trash.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh no!
Say.
First of all, fame can wait. You talking about trash?
We
Hold on.
would not be slandering two
Yeah,
back.
we're not slandering near at
First
all.
off, Nier is overrated.
But
Fame,
you
you
like
can get
Horizon.
out.
You like
Horizon because Baloy is life,
Horizon
bro.
is fire
Stop.
too though. Both games are fire.
Horizon is gaming.
Two back
NyQuil.
Boy, Baloy is life, bro. You better chill. We not
Horizon
gonna.
is gaming NyQuil.
Oh, man.
No, man, no, baby. What are you doing? No.
I pop on Horizon when I want to go to sleep.
Speaking of Horizon, I just started playing. I had never played it on the Pro or the 4K TV, so I decided to. And that game looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastically NyQuil built game, bro. So you get your nice when you start.
Bro, you're not gonna be disrespecting Baloy, bro.
Dang, this is crazy. I didn't think I had to disown so many people in one day.
That's crazy, man.
We ain't family no more, y'all. Now,
First of all,
speaking
This will be the last podcast.
Listen, Horizon Zero Dawn is the reason I got excommunicated from the Xbox community.
Horizon.
They
man,
kicked me out because of Horizon.
That's a terrible game to get. That's a terrible
Horizon,
game.
what are you saying?
Whoa.
Bro,
This story had me at the edge of my
you
terrible.
You went in with a preconceived notion, bro. Like you weren't trying to enjoy that.
I didn't
game.
go in.
Oh, guys,
I didn't
Kevin,
go in
stuff
with
to
a
do
preconceived
at a time
notion.
when we needed.
did y'all see what Kevin said? He said Horizon trash, Nier trash, Hellblade trash, Days Gone
Okay,
trash.
We're not gonna disrespect Hellblade neither.
Nah, you not.
Kev
now you
trash.
tripping.
What the?
God damn, hold on. You just said Hellblade though.
We don't disrespect Hellblade, bro.
No, I think everybody in here is a big fan of Hellblade, so you got to go.
Yeah, you got it,
Yeah.
bro.
Somebody put him in
You
timeout.
talk about Horizon, that game is poop. But
Put him in timeout.
Gaming Scrooge right now.
Kev.
Man, say
I
I
thought we
hope
was
you become a
friends.
character on Game of Thrones.
Kev.
He's like gaming is trash. My life is trash. Like, oh, now you're just getting into some.
He's mad because he ain't got his legs.
Kev, I know I've
Your
never
life must be trash when you
somebody
playing
to
those
be-
games.
Yeah, I've never wished for somebody to be at a red wedding so much than right now. That is, I can't believe you said that.
That's harsh.
Hellblade trash?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You ain't even said the Battle of the Bastards. You said the Red Wedding. Oh my
Dang.
God.
The red wedding, like,
Man, so I gave up my soul for trash. Bro, Nick, stop, bro. Nier Automata ain't better than Horizon Zero Dawn.
Wait,
No,
hold
no,
on,
it's
hold
10
on.
times
No.
better
Wait,
than Horizon
I'm gonna
Zero
tell you
Dawn.
this. I'm not choosing between the two.
no.
Both of those are two of my
Nier
games.
Automata
And, like,
is way
in my list
better
of the
than
top
Horizon
5 of
Zero
this
Dawn.
gen, both of those are on my list.
Listen. Anybody got Horizon top 5? Y'all like.
Absolutely.
All right,
Bro,
bro.
what's your top five? Hold on.
Because
Let's
they
get
can
it.
just scratch the itch for me. Like it's
Let's
it was something
decipher
different.
this real quick. Demi, what's your top 5 games this gen? Go.
This gen?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's start. Yakuza 0, Resident Evil
Okay,
7.
well, there you go.
Say me.
Say less. Say less. It's a wrap.
Wait, hold on.
Even though I like Yakuza is fire.
Hold on.
Top 5 games this generation. You put what, 2 Yakuza games in there?
I said Yakuza 0 and Resident Evil 7.
Oh,
That wasn't 2
okay.
Yakuza games.
Oh, okay. I thought you said another Yakuza game. My bad. But still,
Resident Evil
Yakuza
7
0,
also
top 5.
underrated.
Yeah, I didn't even get to finish my top 5, but okay, bro. Okay, y'all can
Go
keep
ahead.
Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep that.
No.
Horizon
You
Super Dawn.
already lost me with the first one, so go ahead. Let me get the other 4.
Yakuza 0, Resident Evil 7. What else? Spider-Man. Forza Horizon 3. And Persona 5.
Bruh, Forza Horizon 3? Bruh.
Stop, bro.
What?
I'm done. Alright, I'll take it, y'all.
We're gonna move on from Demi, bro, because he on.
I mean, my taste is different for you guys, so what's the point?
I think pipe guy means crack pipe.
Y'all like Horizon. That game is so boring, bro. I'm dead.
All right.
How's the
y'all.
game
Look,
boring?
the only Horizon game that's boring is Forza Horizon. Let's be.
What? Nah. Now you tweaking. Stop.
Oh, okay. As far as racing games, it might be good, but as far as other games, stop, Demi.
Kev say Witcher 3. Witcher 3 trash and it's overrated and that joint
All
boring,
right,
bro.
now.
Okay, no.
Whoa.
No, we're not
What is
doing
y'all on today? God dang. I need.
It must be
I'm gonna roll
unpopular.
y'all some up.
I
Y'all
enjoy
need
doing this
some sense.
podcast, but
Y'all need
Jesus
some
Christ.
sense for real, for real, for real.
If he can disrespect Horizon, I can disrespect Witcher, bro.
But no, this Witcher is fire though. Like,
Bro,
don't you can disrespect, yes, but don't lie.
Horizons.
Don't lie.
Jesus Christ.
All right, we're gonna move on because, yeah, PS4 Super Slim. What's y'all? What? Why? Why do we need another console?
Why do we need another Super Slim console?
To me, I think they're
Is
gonna
this
get
like
a lot of
Super Slim
people.
Pro, or?
No, I think it's a Super Slim OG. They're gonna get a lot of people to buy this console for $200 at the end of the gen. Watch, it's gonna be $200 right before the PS5 drop, and folks gonna buy it.
Why? Why does it exist though?
Because Sony can't do no wrong right now, and that's not me trying to be funny. I think people gonna cop it.
Well, people bought
People
the
talk
Soldier
about
Boy console. Of
Xbox
course,
putting
they're
out a
gonna
lot
get
of
it.
consoles.
Right.
Sony's putting out a lot of consoles too for no reason.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they
Sony.
Sony.
I understand the slim versions, but because they're gonna replace like the original launch one, like the PS4 Slim is gonna replace obviously the launch one, and then same thing for the Xbox. But why have a Super Slim, and why have the digital only Xbox?
I pray that it's discless. Please be discless, just so I can.
Yeah.
That's petty as hell. I'm just gonna let you know.
I hope so too. I hope it's 300 too, just for fun.
Now I think it's gonna be super small like the PS3 Slim was. It's probably gonna be $200. It's probably gonna come out 6 months before the PS5.
Didn't they say it was fake though? It wasn't real, or is it confirmed real?
I haven't seen anything saying it was fake. If it is, drop it in the chat
for
for
me. The E3. Oof.
It's really gonna be a tablet with all your PSN games on it.
I mean, I understand it. Sony, we've had Slims forever. My favorite was the PS2 Slim, but it's just like
that PS2 Slim was super slim.
Now, if they did, to me,
man, hold up.
Where the heck?
Y'all saw him slide?
That PS2 Slim.
That's sexy.
Super Slim.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, that's John Little.
But like,
so if they doing something like that, I can get with it.
I'd rather them make like a Slim Pro or something.
I'm about to say, if it's a Slim Pro, okay, I can kind of give it, but a Slim OG doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, they're probably doing that, because more people are gonna buy
we don't need
Time out, don't we?
are most likely to buy.
So what's
a Super Slim Pro?
You got a PS4, a PS4 Slim, then a PS4 Super Slim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't need any more like jet engine consoles going.
Yeah.
Bro, when your PlayStation picks up especially like a demanding.
Bro, you play God of War. You play God of War. You thinking Kratos gonna come through the console swinging,
right? Bro, like I don't know what it is, but the PlayStation always sound like it's going through like some asthma attacks, bro.
Like midlife crisis is hitting the PlayStation 4 when it gets demanding.
That thing going through hard times, bro, for real.
Speaking of God of War, happy 1 year anniversary to God of War. Just celebrated it the other day.
Dope.
And I can't believe it's already been a year.
Game is dope.
I don't even feel like it.
Corey Ballog is dope as hell for sitting there talking to us at PAX, bro. Really cool dude.
I know letting us nerd out on him.
He did let us nerd out, bro. It was dope. Like
Irrelevant, give us a question, and this will fit right in because we're talking about the Slim. Do y'all think this generation has hit its graphical capability limit? Jesus.
This gen, yeah, I think really think like God of War, like that was the apex of graphical things this gen. I don't think nothing else is gonna hit harder than that this gen.
Do you think that's because I don't think it's because hardware limitations. Do you think that's just because they're gonna hold it off for the new stuff? Because if you play PC, you know that we are not at a limit.
I think there's only one game left that can really push it to above God of War, and well, for me personally, push it above Red Dead, and that's Naughty Dog.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
And I think the consoles are maxed out.
If you're a AAA developer at this point, and you are not already developing a game specifically for the PlayStation 4, you're probably more focused on PS5.
I think these consoles are maxed out. I do.
Yeah.
These consoles are struggling, bro.
Yeah.
Like they can't breathe, and that's why we end up getting the X and the Pro. And at this point, I mean, it sucks that Microsoft ain't pushing stuff graphically, like that. But Sony pushing it now. I don't see anything looking better than what we got out right now. I think the next time we see something that looks better, it'll be next gen. Like definitely, like when you get like The Last of Us 2, it's gonna look beautiful, right? But when you see it on PS5, you can be like, oh yeah, that console was done because it looks nothing how it looks on PS5.
It's like the PS3 to PS4 GTA difference. Like, oh, that's
Yeah.
noticeable if you go back and play it.
Or it's like anything. It's anything Xbox One original to
Blades.
whatever console is out now.
You remember how big that
people
gap
was
was between
comparing-
PS2 and 3?
People was comparing Blades of Grass from GTA 5.
Bro, they was being so extra, bro.
The people, they are extra. Come on.
I think we still got some stuff that's gonna look great because there's a few games that came out not too long that was amazing. Devil May Cry is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That May Cry looked hella good.
That Moonlight engine for Capcom. Oh my god, that engine's so good.
Now let me ask y'all this: PS5 gonna be $400?
No.
I'm still sticking with 500.
Depends what they package with it.
Because a lot of folks keep running with 400, bro, and I don't understand why. I think it's gonna be $5. I think the next Xbox gonna be $5.
Where's their price point coming from? That $400 price point.
Some insider,
Analyst.
yeah, some analyst, yeah.
We talked about it last week with the discless console. If they're really going to start putting, whether it's NVIDIA or AMD's RTX ray tracing stuff in there, I don't think you're going to get 400. And if he comes with a package, maybe you also get a VR headset, you're going to go way over that too. But I don't know. I don't think 400 though.
And folks like, oh, it's gonna have an SSD in it. Well, SSDs are coming down, so that's gonna make the console cheaper. And Sony said they're gonna take a loss. They're not gonna take that much of a loss, bro.
I don't think they're gonna touch the 600 price range. I can almost guarantee.
They never make that mistake again. The PS3 that was terrible.
But regardless, 400 or 500, they're gonna.
But then again, who knows how much they actually spending on?
Yo, the Starboy asked for any E3 news, and I got some Sony E3 news for you. Here we go.
What do you think the next console is gonna look like? Because PS3 was like the PS4 looked like italics. Like, what is?
He said, "How many games will Microsoft show at E3?" Microsoft will show a lot of third-party stuff at E3, no doubt. Microsoft may show 2-3 new games. It's gonna be a lot of third-party stuff because Sony won't be there to show the third-party stuff. Who won't have a stage?
Okay, and before we get on, because I want Meek to talk about the last topic he brought up in the Discord, what do y'all think? Is PS5 going to come out with the controller? Because I use Xbox to play on games, and I use like I use these to play other games. I think PS4 still has the best controller. Their D-pad feels good. Their analog sticks feel good. Do you think PS5 is gonna also take that?
I think
the controller gonna be that controller.
I think it's
gonna change it because they feel like they have to.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, I know people say I play this controller or what. I think it's all with preference, right? So for me, the biggest difference between these two, I know people say, "Oh, the D-pad, blah blah blah." The biggest difference is for me, I like the offset and thumbsticks.
The offset.
That's just so much more comfortable to me. And to me, that's gonna be a selling point. Now, if you get me,
I like the trigger. I also like the triggers in the.
If I get an officially licensed PS4 controller with offset and thumbsticks, I would rock with it more. And I'm not bashing this and saying these are bad because they're not.
No.
I just prefer the offset. That's just me.
Yeah.
You know what though?
Exactly.
I kind of understand. I dig it. For me, I feel like it depends on what game. Because just holding on to the controller, I like the triggers on PlayStation controllers a lot more for whatever reason. But they're both comfortable, and it really kind of comes down to what you like.
Man, y'all see this dust? Days Gone gotta help me play this console again, bro.
Man.
Days Gone gotta help me play this console again, bro. My
You know what I
God.
want for the next PS4 control or PS5 is see Fame understands and get Kev and everybody else. Great design, great everything, best connectivity to your PC. You just push the button, Bluetooth, it goes.
And you're good to go, yeah.
Good to go. But if you're playing side scrollers, kind of trash because the D-pad is trash.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I have third party. But I want the next PS5 to have seamless integration because you got to go through like DualShock 4 programs. You got to use and if you don't have a dongle, it's just not worth it.
It's gonna always be more seamless on your PC just because of Windows, and they're gonna make everything with your PC easy for anything Xbox. So I think you always gonna have a more of a seamless integration with Xbox controllers. Like no added equipment, no dongles. It's just built into the software, ready to go for you.
Yeah.
I think either way it goes, it might be just me, but over the course of like PlayStation consoles, each controller, like my PS3 controllers, I feel weird holding them now. They don't feel the same.
Yeah.
They are.
Like when you go to PS4 after playing that for a while, it just don't feel as like comfortable. So whatever it is, I think the new hotness is always gonna feel a little better than what you used to do either way.
Yeah. And if you want, Gold Shade Gamers actually did a video about the Astro C40, the interchangeable where you can actually move that. And that might be something to look into if you want to, have variation. It's a very expensive controller, though.
I will. Speaking of controllers and this gen, this was like the best feature we've gotten this gen on the controller.
Yeah.
That share button. Microsoft needs to copy this. Microsoft needs to copy this.
You know, one thing
Speaking
I
of
actually
controllers.
did like about the DualShock 4 is it's kind of disappointing it's not really utilized now. I like the speaker. I remember the first time that I actually used the DualShock 4 and I played Killzone, and listening to those audio logs through the controller, I thought was really cool.
See, and I hated that because I got my headset on. I can't hear it anyway.
Yeah. I don't think this light is necessary. I think this light
I
was
think the light is
stupid.
dope. The light is dope.
Because people say,
the first time I was chased by a cop in GTA 5 and I saw like the cop out.
Okay, if it's dark, it's not the projectile cool, but I'm not gonna be like, oh look, it's blue now. Oh, it's green now. I think that's stupid.
The thing that came from it was
It's just a thing.
I think it had something to do with the move support or something like that.
The best thing that came from that controller was how it did with the spray paint. That was like the best.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
I just played the game again today for the first time.
That was dope.
For the first time in a while.
And you know what's funny? Fame loves the option button or the share button. I hate it because every time I think it's select and I push it, I'm like, that's not it. That ain't it, Captain. That ain't it. So before
you know what though?
Yes.
One of my last thing on controllers. I think also which one, like the whole Xbox versus PlayStation controller or Xbox style controller versus PlayStation is it depends on what type of game you like. Because like the offset sticks are perfect for me in adventure games. Mm-hmm. But if I'm playing a fighting game, right under my thumbs, I need the D-pad right under my thumb.
Yep.
So it really just depends on what you touch.
I might have an unpopular opinion, but personally, I think the Switch Pro controller is probably my favorite controller this generation.
Listen, bro, the Switch controller is trash for the only reason is the fact that they got the A and B buttons reversed, and I'm going back to Xbox, which is driving me crazy.
That's one thing that I'm still struggling with. The way it feels, it honestly reminds me of a 360 controller. Mm-hmm. It literally fits perfectly. The only issue I have is I'm so used to it switches the the way the
X, Y, A, B.
Yeah, and it switches them around. So I've been hitting buttons, like I'll go from playing Xbox and I'll jump on like to play Bayonetta, and I'm just getting my ass
struggling. Yeah, bro.
Buttons.
They need to fix that for their next controller, but they need to go ahead. To me, if you're gonna do a 360 style controller, that's universal. That's the layout. If you're doing A, B, X, Y, do it just like that, because as gamers, that's what we're used to now. Mm-hmm. Like, don't go switching it up just because you're Nintendo. And you're weird.
You know what? I've been playing a lot of older games, and like this is a Super Famicom Bluetooth, so you get all the X, Y, it's all switched, but I bound it to what we have. And some of the older games, remember when triangle was back and not circle? That trips me out every time, and I get so confused. And it's like you did that wrong, you died. I'm like, what do you mean I died? I thought circle was back. No, when did that change? That tripped me out.
The first time I played a Metal Gear game, oh my goodness, that slapped.
Metal Gear just doesn't like you though.
Yo, I'm gonna take a second to shout out the chat, man. Starboy, Kev, Crunk, Chief, Nick, man, we appreciate you guys rocking with us, man, for sure.
Yeah.
And I can't tell where y'all all at right now because we all over the place, but everybody should be able to see everyone chatting no matter where you are. How I got the bot set up, so should be good
And
to go.
for everybody asking for E3 stuff, we will, as it develops, we'll have more stuff because we are weekly now, so you will have more stuff tomorrow.
Definitely.
Or not tomorrow, next week.
We'll have
I
an
would like
E3
to do
show.
a live show watching E3.
We'll have an E3 show. We'll have some TiC podcast members at E3. I was set to go to E3, and I ended up buying a house, spending all my money, so I'm not going to E3 this year.
Broke.
Yeah, I'm broke. I ain't gonna lie. I bought this house. I'm like, but we will have some TiC family out there, and we will be doing a live show, doing a couple of game giveaways during the show. So definitely, it's gonna be a good time.
Stay tuned for the good stuff. Before we go, Meek had one last topic. What did you bring up?
I wanted to talk about this leaked Last of Us 2 release date set for September 27th, and I want to know what you guys' thoughts on that. Like, do you think it's real? Would you be excited for it? Do you think they should wait? What's the panel's thoughts on it?
They just wrapped up. We got the image that they just wrapped up, so we're looking at September is 5 months from now. I just don't see it. Like, I can see it dropping in February.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just usually like I believe that's kind of like Naughty Dog's time, right? Don't they usually drop it like around springtime?
Yeah.
So that makes sense. But you also got to think God of War also finished wrapping, and then 5-6 months later the game was out. So
True. And plus,
up in the air.
And plus, I can see them wanting it to be further away from the PS5. That way, they can assure you double dip.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, if we're doing backwards compatibility, they don't need to.
Ain't no way in the hell Sony gonna make that game BC from the moment PS5 come out. They're gonna hit you with a remaster. They're gonna charge you again, bro. Some way, even if they do a backwards compatible, they're gonna hit you with a remaster that's gonna look way better than what that upscale thing for backwards compatibility gonna be. Sony gonna hit you. They definitely gonna get you on The Last of Us, bro. Like, ain't no way out of that.
That's what I think. I hope they come out with
Whenever
a
it
Last
come
of
out,
Us
I'm buying it. I
edition.
don't care when it come out. If it come out tomorrow, I'm buying it. If it come out next year, I'm buying it.
Yeah. I don't want them. If we're gonna do anything, like a game studio's gonna do anything, I'd rather they CD Projekt Red it rather than BioWare it. CD Projekt Red pushed Witcher back 2-3 times, came out amazing. BioWare was told by E3 to push Andromeda out, and look at that game. I would rather, if it takes forever, do it. Don't make that noise ever again in my ears, Demi. Ever.
The hell's wrong with that man?
That was for Andromeda. Youth.
Oh.
I couldn't tell what that sound was.
I was like, Demi is in the back. Ooh. Forgot to mute his DSP out here. Forgot to mute his mic.
Like, what you doing? I had
to add some comedy. Sorry.
And I know I'm about to get roasted for this, but still haven't finished the first Last of Us.
Yo, Starboy, we appreciate the advice. We will tweet it out more. We will make that a point moving forward. We do be stacking on our own promotions, but we're gonna get there. Now that we're weekly, like Hugger said,
this is our first weekly show,
and we got our cams up and running. We will definitely start pushing that. But we appreciate you coming through, and do us a favor, man. Hit that like button, share it out. I'm not sure where you're watching, whether it's from my channel or TiC channel, or if you're watching on Twitter right now. Definitely share it out, man. We appreciate it.
All right, guys. So that was the show, but make sure, like Faint said, what?
I'm sorry. I was just about to get on Kev. I was about to like. How you gonna say Andromeda catch too much hate and you just talk all that trash about actual good games?
Yeah.
Andromeda was just mildly decent.
Yeah. So also, I don't know what we're gonna do this weekend or if we're gonna do anything, but me and Fame, he's gonna be playing some PC games with them.
Yes, I still got to download Uplay. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. Download Uplay. Download Unity.
Yes, I need to do that.
Games I don't know if we're gonna switch off what we're gonna do, but there's gonna be more people. We're gonna be live more often. We're gonna try to get more regular content for y'all.
Stream team, baby. Let's go.
Dream Team, you know it. Also, if you haven't checked out last weekend, I got very drunk, came in halfway through the stream and played some Overwatch with them. And
Hella drunk. She came
But
in.
did
Hella
you?
drunk.
But did you pop off though? That's the important question.
I popped off way too much. I should have stopped.
So something's happening Thursday, guys.
Thursday.
Oh yeah,
No, not what you think. It's your boy birthday.
that's what I was about to
Oh,
say.
yeah. Also, while we're here, Demi's birthday. He's gonna be 24. He's catching up.
I'm finally getting old.
24? Damn, Demi, you are young.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
let's-
young and youth.
Make sure you follow everybody's stuff on screen. Go wish Demi a happy birthday, please. Otherwise, he may cry next show. We don't know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be an old man now. He's gonna be up here with us. I mean, not as old as
I'm gonna
Fame,
position
but
my
like,
camera and probably do
Ain't
it.
nobody owes Fame. We all ain't owes.
Right, Fame was hooping with Jesus back in the day, man. So you know.
oh, Demi.
You have fun licking Satan's toenails when you get down there, sir.
Mm.
Make sure you go to our Double XP Twitter, and maybe we should do a vote to see who's gonna do next week's show.
Yeah, bro. Cause
We don't have to do it on Wednesday if we want Demi to host.
if we're keeping the rotation, Dallas is next, and then it's either Meek or Demi after that, bro.
That's Demi.
No, and
Well,
Demi
both
ain't
of
doing
y'all
that.
gotta do it. Fair.
As far as I know, Meek and Demi, like y'all ain't done it yet. Like
Yeah.
when-
We'll rock, paper, scissors for it, Demi. What you choose?
Yeah.
Now see,
Anyway, so next week will be Dallas, and then after that, we'll put a vote to it.
I'll
Somebody's gotta do
I'll
it.
choose the bullet, bro. You good, bro?
Well, I choose the same bullet. Hit me first. Looks like y'all is left.
I love y'all. Now let's get out with these outros. Since he went last, let's start with Fame. Remember, if you see him, he's in his chanclatas and robe, and he's always kicking it.
you know what's funny about that? She's absolutely right. Like, especially I've been in the house and I'll be outside, chonkless, and be just as happy as I see. Ladies, there you go, Dallas. But thank you guys for
Dallas got
rocking
his
with us, man.
chancleta.
We appreciate it. Like I said, a lot of stuff going on. I'm actually currently building the stream team for TiC right now, and we're doing a lot of streaming. All gonna be 2XP branded. We're gonna be having a good time. The Discord, we do have the Discord going, but we will not be doing it to where it's going to be open just yet. We're building some things, getting this thing going, getting everyone in, getting everyone in their places. Then the Discord will be going, so you guys will come in and rock with us. Have a good time, talk about each other's mama, whatever the case may be. Thank you guys for rocking with us once again. Like Hugger said, on screen, everyone and stuff is there. And yeah, that's me.
Also, Fame is streaming a lot more now, so go in and roast him for using a controller on some games when it should be mouse and keyboard.
I
Although
wish
he
he
was
would
killing
fix.
it.
I
on
wish he would
Overwatch.
fix his channel name. Stop. He's saying you're streaming.
It's that I'm streaming
Fix
what?
that. It says you're streaming Immortal Redneck still.
Really? On what?
Yeah.
On YouTube?
Twitch.
On Twitch.
On Twitch.
I don't know
Yeah,
why it's
fix
doing
it.
that. I had to go in and fix and do Mixer by it wouldn't let me auto update the restream. But my bad. Let me get out of here. Let me get out of this.
All right, next, our favorite, white bread lootin' shooting king and Master Chief stunt double, Meek, Halo to the King.
I appreciate y'all stopping by. Like I said, love having these guys, talking to them, and yeah, hope to see you chat next weekend or next week. Sorry.
And Demi, and he proved it again this episode. The man with the smoothest voice, the slickest comebacks, and the best jokes of the team, aside from me. Demi.
I'm chilling. But thank y'all for coming on through. Appreciate the chat. Yo, I'm streaming to
What?
birthday. I'm streaming all day tomorrow for my birthday, man. We playing Overwatch, Mortal Kombat, Monopoly. It's going down, man. Twitch.tv/Demi God Reviews. Pull up. And I'm probably even going to drop my channel trailer on my birthday for YouTube, man. So it's going down, man. It's going down. So I got some ideas in the paint. So pull up. Demi God Reviews on everything and show some love to me, man. 24 years old. We're going to donate to the Cash App. I'll put that in my Twitter.
Oh, Lord.
Just go follow him, harass him. If you want, you can also send him a plushy penis with pipe god on the side.
Man, there's got to be
Feeling
a
vendors?
context to that. That
please,
sounds
please
weird.
don't. Yeah, please don't. Please.
No context. Just
Please,
send it.
Stop the.
Yeah, 'cause,
Stop.
his DMs are open.
And
DMs are open.
last but definitely not least, Dallas. He's finally catching up on his backlog, y'all, and he's also
Man.
stealing hearts like Kano.
Man, I'm just saying. So, man, today was a good show. Today was super lit. Um, so I know we're gonna have to like retire that word lit. We gotta find something else to say. After I heard your president say it, I'm done. Um, but it was super dope. It was dope to see some people that I ain't seen in a long time. Nick, what's up with it, man? Kev, yeah. Crunk, man, we wish you could be here with us. Other than that, I can't wait to see y'all next week,
And by your president, he meant Meek's president. But my
man.
bad.
And you know what? Since Crunk is in the chat, but she couldn't be here, I'll give her her own little outro. Y'all, but she's been kicking it in the chat. Crunk Girl, a woman from Paradiso that Bayonet herself couldn't send to Inferno. Look at that. Everybody gets an outro. And I'm Floor Hugger. All my stuff is on screen. I'm streaming a lot more. I'm trying to finish Mass Effect Andromeda. It's been a struggle. And I'm going to be playing with, the old man here, Mr. Chanclatas. We're going to play some Assassin's Creed Unity. And we'll see you guys on the
First of
next
all,
show.
y'all playing such a terrible game. Oh my god.
All right.
That makes it more fun. Though.
I can't tell if I should stop the stream. Like, Hugger didn't really get to finish Demi came and butted in.
I mean,
Always with Demi, man.
it's always Demi, man. It's
So
always Demi.
Awkward moment.
Okay.
We out, y'all. Peace.
We out.